Hi everyone, welcome to graduation for class OR487. Whether you're here in person or you're on the live stream, thank you so much for joining us. We're live streaming from our Oregon Visitor Center in our auditorium, and we're so excited for everyone to be here today. I'd like to take this chance to welcome those who are here today for the puppy raising information session. So puppy raising field manager Linda Quitchoff will be in the back after graduation to meet you guys. She's in the back corner, if you want to wave, Linda. So we're very excited to have you guys here today. We're here today to celebrate our 3 newest guide dog teams, and we're very excited just to celebrate our raisers, our clients, and everyone who's supported them to get to this day. So for any puppy raisers in the audience, whether you raised the class dogs or you've raised other dogs, thank you so much. We couldn't do our mission without you guys getting the puppies to the point that they can come in to do their formal training. And thank you to our donors who provide us with support for our alumni so that they can have guide dogs at no cost. We don't receive any government funding, so we're very grateful for the donor support. And last but not least, thank you to all of the volunteers and the employees as well. So we've got a lot of our canine welfare training technicians. Thank you guys for being the folks here on the weekends and holidays and snow teams to take care of our dogs. And to the volunteers, we have folks who serve meals in the residence hall, who do dishes wash the dog bowls in the kitchens, who do foster care for the dogs, who volunteer in the vet clinic. We just thank you for everything you do, and you help keep everything running. And next we're going to have a short video about our mission. It is audio described, so you're going to hear a voice of both a narrator and a voice doing audio description.
At Guide Dogs for the Blind, we believe that everyone deserves to move through the world safely and confidently, to live the life they want to live.
A man and his guide dog walk through a park.
Our life-changing programs meet people who are blind or visually impaired wherever they are along their journey, whether that's by matching individuals with highly qualified guide dogs, providing guide dog readiness skills in our orientation and mobility immersion program.
A man holds a white cane and smiles broadly.
Or pairing youth and adults with the companionship of a canine buddy.
A young girl cuddles with her canine buddy.
Together, we are GDB.
My name is Renee Carrasco. My dog's name is Snoopy.
Renee sits in front of a fireplace.
So the reason that I wanted to get a guide dog was because I came across some videos from Guide Dogs for the Blind, and that was my introduction to guide dog travel.
Renee and Snoopy walk along a city sidewalk and cross a street at an intersection.
What I saw was the ease of travel, the speed that the guide dog handler would move with. That's what I wanted for myself. And not only that, but it was also the companionship.
Renee and Snoopy play with a tug toy outside in the yard.
Working with Snoopy has changed my life dramatically because there's so much freedom that comes along with having a guide dog. It's made the hard parts of blindness not so hard.
Renee sits next to Snoopy and gives him a pat on the chest.
I feel like my outlook on life and the world is so much more positive having Snoopy in my life.
My name is Amit Ahuja and my guide dog's name is Tashi. I had the opportunity to complete Guide Dogs for the Blind's Orientation and Mobility Immersion program.
Amit stands on a path with his white cane.
And not only did it help me learn to navigate my environment more safely using a white cane, it also made me an even more confident guide dog handler.
My experience was just fabulous.
Amit and his O&M instructor analyze an intersection and cross a city street.
We trained in different locations, practiced different skills, worked out a way to analyze a traffic crossing. I think GDB has transformed my life. To say that it's meeting my needs would be an understatement.
My name is Ella, and this is my canine buddy, Lafferty.
Ella sits on the floor of a living room next to a black lab.
Lafferty is just so amazing in many ways. He's such a good boy. He brings me so much joy and is one of my best friends.
With kids with visual impairments,
Ella's mom, Christy McKerney.
the struggle is real for social contact. It's hard to make friends sometimes. And with Lafferty, he's an automatic draw for all kids, which is wonderful. Lafferty has totally opened up, for Ella, new social connections.
Back to Ella.
I would recommend canine buddies. They're just really good dogs, and they can change a person's life and make it better.
All of Guide Dogs for the Blind services are provided free of charge, and our work is made possible by the generous support of our donors and volunteers.
Renee sits next to Snoopy on the grass in the park.
We receive no government funding.
This organization has made such a huge impact on my life and the lives of so many countless people, and the donors are the ones that make that possible.
Close-up of Snoopy.
Thank you so much.
Ella and Lafferty.
Thank you.
From the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Amit and his guide dog Tashi sit on a beach and watch the sunset.
Together, we are unstoppable. To learn more about our life-changing programs and to support our work, please visit guidedogs.com or scan the QR code.
So that video highlighted our 3 different client programs, and today we are here to celebrate our newest guide dog class. So our guide dog program is a 2-week program where clients are matched with a dog that is compatible with their lifestyle and travel needs to enhance their mobility. So we provide a variety of different training models that can be both on campus or in-home, and so these clients have been here for the last 2 weeks learning to work with their new guide dogs. I'm going to introduce our instructors next. So we've got apprentice instructor Jessica Osborne and senior instructor Jamie Montgomery. And I'll turn it over to Jamie for the presentation of our class.
Thanks, Mallory. Okay, to start off, I would like to thank a woman who has sponsored all of the guide dog harnesses for 2024, Lillian Tremaroli. Thank you. So all of the harnesses in this class were sponsored by her. Coming up first on stage, we have Miss Shala Yates. Shala Yates comes from Scottsdale, Arizona, and she is receiving her first guide dog, Pretoria, a female yellow Labrador retriever raised by Bella Hayton of Kirkland, Washington, Lauren and Gail Wegener of Redmond, Washington, and Nancy Dolliver of Redmond, Washington. Shala recently retired from Kaiser Permanente and moved to Arizona. She will be pursuing a future in disability advocacy. Shala and Pretoria will be enjoying guide work around Lake Chaparral and the Desert Botanical Gardens.
And Harper's School. Oh, and Harper's School. Good afternoon, everyone. I first heard about guide dogs for the blind on the day my ophthalmologist said that I had macular degeneration. He said, you need to call them right away and get on their list because it'll take a long time, and by the time you're blind, they'll have a dog ready for you. Well, his heart was in the right place, but he didn't quite have the right information. I did call, and the woman on the other end of the phone was very gracious and gently explained to me the process. So 7.5, 8 years later, here we are. And I want to thank all of my family and friends who have supported me and loved me on this journey. And I want to support all of the people in GDB who make this happen. The puppy raisers, the trainers, the volunteers. I kept threatening them that I was not ever going home because someone made my bed every day and served me food. Anyway, it's been a marvelous experience. All we've had to do is take care of ourselves and learn to be a guide handler. My second experience with guide dogs was doing the orientation and mobility immersion program, and that really helped my confidence and my ability to navigate in the world and made me able to be a guide handler. And then here we are. So those two worlds combining, whoops. What are you doing, squirrely? Pretoria, heel. Thank you, sit. Good dog, stay. Being able to be here these 2 weeks has just been an amazing experience. And so I'd like to close by just saying thank you again. And any of you that know anyone who is visually impaired, just know that it's a spectrum from 20/20 all the way up to total blindness. And not everyone with a visual impairment will realize that they're eligible for services. And so please let them know about this amazing organization. Thank you.
Okay, so Pretoria's Razors were not able to make it, but I have 2 letters written by them that I'm going to read. On slide 1, you're going to see 2 photos. The first photo is Pretoria in her green puppy jacket, laying on a sidewalk in front of a cafe, looking up at her razor, Bella. Bella, holding Pretoria's leash, is looking admirably down at her. The second photo is Bella standing next to co-razors Lauren and Gail, with Pretoria standing in front of them. They are standing on a sunlit porch and are all smiling. From razors Lauren and Gail Wagner, congratulations, Shala, and your guide dog, Pretoria. Gail and I had the pleasure of raising Pretoria along with 2 other friends and families, all in our Redmond Puppy Club. It was quickly apparent that Pretoria was an exceptional pup, and there was no doubt that she was destined to do good things. One of the many outstanding qualities noted in Pretoria's personality was her loose leash walking. She was a dream pup to socialize out and about in public on our daily outings. I credit Team Hayton, her starter family, with giving her the solid foundation of skills on which Nancy, Gail, and I built upon. Nancy, Gail, and I were co-raisers that enjoyed having Pretoria in our homes. Her house manners were predictable and right on point. She enjoyed her training with enthusiasm, and we could tell she always wanted to do what was expected of her. As I think back on our time with Pretoria, I recall working with her learning to jump into the back of our small SUV. She was reluctant at first, but with some coaxing and lots of food reward, she learned the kennel command very well. One day at the end of the driveway, with the back hatch to the SUV open, I gave her the kennel command, and off she went, taking a flying leap into the back of that SUV with enough momentum to crash into the back seats. I thought to myself, Pretoria lives life like someone left the gate open. On behalf of Team Hayton, Nancy, Gail, and I, and Melissa Barnum, our puppy club leader, we wish you, Shala, and Pretoria many miles and smiles on your journey together. Okay, from Razor Nancy Dolliver, she says, aloha from Kauai, Hawaii. To my sweet pea Pretoria, I laughed every time you did a circle dance before waiting for meals. I loved how you got excited for ice cube treats after every morning walk. I am impressed that you never barked or whined in the crate or on tie down. I liked it when you settled next to me as I did my daily floor exercises. I appreciated that you never touched anything when left alone in the house. I smiled when I saw you share your dog bed with other family members. I was happy to see you run and play in the fenced backyard with other club puppies. I'm amazed at your confidence in new situations. I chuckled at your pretzel contortion as you slept on your bed. I am so happy and proud of Pretoria's hard work and wish her love and many happy years on her new journey as partner and guide for Shala. Love and hugs, Nancy. Next up, we have Mr. Gordon Richter of Coquitlam, British Columbia. He is receiving his first guide dog, Denim, a female yellow Labrador retriever, raised by Melinda Regenfuss of Stanwood, Washington. Gordon is a clinical counselor. Gordon is looking forward to Denim joining him at musicals and volunteering at a kids camp this summer. Here you go, Gordon. Jump with your kibble.
Thanks. All right, everyone in control down there. Okay. What's that? Yeah. Mic closer. Ooh, that's way too close. Booming voice time. Hello, I am thankful and grateful to be here, and if I'm honest, a little surprised. Only until about a week ago, I was convinced this would not actually happen and work out. You know, as my vision started going down when I was 7 years old, has declined over the decades. It was probably a good idea to get a dog a long time ago, but I've been, you know, resisting it, and not sure if it would be work for me or not, or be possible. A coworker of mine back in 2021 suggested I get on the wait list. She said it's a long wait. You have a lot of time to figure out what you want to do. And even till the day I got here in the first week, I'm like, I don't know. She's not only my first guide dog, she's my first dog. And it's been a huge learning curve, but she is amazing. What a wonderful dog. And the training I hear has been amazing. All the wonderful trainers have been very patient with me, is teaching me how to work with the dog, care for the dog, play with the dog. You know, it's been a wonderful experience here. Thanks to everyone. Thanks also to my fellow classmates who were super supportive during the process. And I feel very lucky to have Denim. She's very, very calm. I'm a counselor, and I just feel that her being in the room with me, with clients, she'll just be naturally calming for people who've been through rough times. So, looking forward to the next adventure.
Oh, Denim. Yeah. Okay, I get emotional every time. They say it takes a village to raise a kid. Well, it's kind of the same thing when you raise a puppy, especially these guide dog puppies. And I couldn't do it without calm, right? I couldn't do it without my puppy club, the Mount Vernon Puppy Club. It's not really a club, it's kind of a family. And my leader and co-raiser, Anna, and her family, Dave and Arya, they're the best. And my husband, who supports me and encourages me and keeps me going so that I can keep doing this. So Denim was a great pup. Every dog is different, and she was my adventure pup. She could go to the city one day. She was home at the farm. She liked to go out into the woods with me and go on hiking when I wanted to do that. She just went everywhere and anywhere. And so I'm super, super excited to see what her next adventure is with Gordon. And we're really, really happy that you guys are together.
Congratulations, Gordon. Last but not least, Mr. John Furland of Loveland, Colorado, receiving his third guide dog, Halifax, a male black Labrador retriever raised by Lynn and George Schlosser of Deer Park, Washington. John is a retired rehabilitation counselor. John and Halifax will be having lots of fun adventures in Colorado. All right, your turn, John.
Hello, everyone. Well, the previous person stole my line, but I wanted to say that we all know the African proverb that it takes a village to raise a child. And this place takes that to a different level in terms of raising guide dogs and instructing the handlers to become good guides. And I'm just so impressed with every aspect of this organization, from their breeding programs to all of the various things that they do in California, and then getting the dogs to the wonderful people such as George and Lynn to my left, who are puppy raisers, one of the heart and souls of this program. And it goes on and on. And here in this Oregon village, if you will, they are so great about everything that they do. As Shala said, they take care of everything for us while we're here. They provide everything we can think of so that we can work hard at becoming the best handlers and to work with these wonderful dogs. I appreciate everyone, everything that you've done, especially my instructor, Jessica, and her colleague, Jamie, as well as the supervisor, Mallory, and everybody that provides support to us, like the RAs, they're exceptional people, the nurses, everybody here just adds to a wonderful experience, and thank you all so much.
Thanks, John.
I'm George, this is Lynn. A couple years ago, our 15-year-old Dalmatian passed away, and wife said, now that we're retired and be traveling, maybe it's best we just stick with one dog, because we had another lab at the time. And 2 months later, we were at our first GDB meeting. 7 months later, we were anxiously awaiting the arrival of a puppy truck at the South Tacoma Subaru. And that's when we got a phenomenal puppy named Halifax. And here we are, a year and a half later after that, graduating Halifax. I want to thank GDB for giving us the opportunity to join an organization like this. Just absolutely incredible work. Want to give a shout out to the Yuma and Wenatchee clubs for their phenomenal one-day training sessions where they invited everybody. And then, of course, the Spokane group and the leaders, Liz and Gretchen, for the support, the training, and all they did for us. And John, the smile on your face puts a permanent warmth in our heart. And Mr. Halifax, you probably don't understand a word of this, but Godspeed in your future mission.
To John, Gordon, and Shala, thank you so much for all of the hard work you put in that made this a really wonderful class for your instructors and your supervisor. And I am wishing you many super fun adventures with your new guide dogs. Congratulations.
Thank you. And it's Mallory. I also just want to be the second person to get to say congrats to our 3 newest guide dog teams. So next we're going to have a guide work demonstration. When folks come to guide dogs, they get all kinds of discussions. They learn about animal learning theory. They do airport TSA simulation. And one of the workshops that we do with them is clicker training. So Jessica is here with a dog named Eldon, and they are going to show us how we use the clicker to teach the dog different things. So during their formal guide dog training, we use the clicker to help them learn different behaviors that we want from them. So the click is just a way to enhance our communication with the dog so that they know that the behavior they did is correct. So Eldon already knows that click means food, and so click means fun and good things. And so we use this like when we're out in town, as we're walking down the street, if we click at a curb and then they get a kibble, they learn that curbs mean food and that they should stop at their curbs. So Jessica is going to show us some targeting, where she's going to use her hand as a target and teach Eldon how to find this bench. So Eldon has already knows to touch Jessica's hand to get a kibble, and she can now use this to show him that this bench is a target, not an obstacle that we want to avoid. And as you can see, this is a very fun game for the dogs. So as she goes, she's going to add a little more distance each time. And once he starts kind of anticipating that bench and moving towards it, then we know he has the idea and he's ready to work. So one more, there he goes. He even considered touching it with his foot for good measure. So once the dog knows that that's what we're looking for, she'll pick up the harness and let him work. And he shows it to her, and he's such a good boy. So this concludes our graduation. Jessica and Eldon will be up here to answer questions at the end. Thank you everyone for being here today, and if you're interested in volunteering, joining the staff, or know of anyone who would benefit from services, please feel free to check out our website. And this concludes our live stream. For those of you here in person, we'd love to welcome you to refreshments next door at the Visitor Center. There's some cookies and lemonade. And if you're here for the puppy raising information session, Linda will meet you in about 10 minutes at the back of the room. Thank you so much, everybody.